We called a buy signal on Tesla on Monday. Let's see if it's still working well. I am Pierre, the trend-aware investor. I used to work at the Montreal Stock Exchange and I have been doing technical analysis for over 20 years. In this video, I will be talking about what happened to Tesla today. We are going to be reviewing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the stock indices. And we are going to discover the reason why the stock market was not super great today. So Tesla closed at $335.58, down $3.80, 1.12% down. Post-market seemed to be down by a further 27 cents. So yeah, our buy signal on the daily chart, the buy signal was right here, 335.73. Boom, we broke that. It lasted a while and now the jury is still out. So we closed at 335.58. And if we look at the buy signal trigger, this is 335.73. So we are 15 cents off. So what do we do in those times? So it is customary that when we have a buy signal, we use a lower stop loss. So the stop loss I gave you, I think on Monday, is 326.34. And also I gave you another one that's much lower at 295. So then we are still okay with 326.34. The stock went down during the day, went up during the day, but closed right smack on the resistance. Whether you chose the first stop loss or the second stop loss, you are still okay. And the trigger, I cannot even say that it's broken because we are pretty much right smack on that support. So we are going to see tomorrow what is going to happen. In terms of momentum on the daily chart, stochastic is still good. The DMI is still good and our reversal indicator is still bullish. Nothing has changed either materially in terms of the indicators. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to understand a bit what happened today. Yeah, we closed right here on this candle yesterday. Right smack on this bullish channel. I drew it today because it was showing us something interesting. This is the support. This is right in line with the lows we have been making. Boom. And now, so this is where we closed yesterday. We closed right smack on it, just a little bit below 40, nothing dangerous or anything. Then we had a move down. We opened lower than 335.73, managed to close above. So things were looking good. The buy signal trigger was still above, but then on the second hour, we lost it and sat down on 331.40. This is a support line and resistance line that we are following on the 1 hour chart. So we sat down on it for 2 hours and then we used it as a bounce off. But then on the last candle, we see that we cannot cross back above 335.73. So this is where we are closing right next to it. Because of this move down right here, we have lost our reversal indicator. So things are looking a little bit less good. It does not mean that it's not impossible that Tesla could go higher, but technically on the 1 hour chart, we see the weakening. It is possible that we recover, but we need to see it before we act on it. This is for the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, we are playing it a little bit more tight. We entered earlier at this signal right here. On the 1 hour chart, we are getting more buy signals. We had one right here at this candle when we broke above 313.13. We took that right. We have been in profit a longer time on the 1 hour chart in this case right here. Because stochastic is under 60, we cannot consider this move up right here convincing yet. We need to see it go higher or stabilize a little bit longer before breaking that 335.73. Let's take a look at the rest of the market to see if this move down has been replicated elsewhere. Let's take a look at the VIX. VIX is up 0.32 at 1481. So VIX is still very low, but it started the day going higher. This is not a good sign. When the VIX makes these big green candles, this is not good for the market because this is showing the fear that exists in the market. There is fear, and then what does happen in times of fear? People are taking profit, they are selling, and they are not putting more money into the market. So this move right here destabilized the market. It did not go super high. It closed on the first hour at 15.18, and then the rest of the day even came down, and we are back below 14. This was a little bit of a scare, but then it did not really pan out. Did this scare affect the stock indices? We see the wick right here. We came low, but we have recovered. Basically, this is a sideways day for Dow Jones. We are still waiting for it to break 45,075 right here. SPX, if we go on the 1 hour chart to get a bit more information, SPX is going sideways. It opened a little bit lower, tried to break that 64.68, could not. Tried again, succeeded, but closed below. And for the last candle, tried again and closed below. So 64.68 is very important. If we break, this is going to be giving a push to the markets. And Nasdaq, a little bit of a pullback. Even though we finished with a green candle, we are still overall lower than where we were yesterday. Let's take a look at cryptos a little bit. Bitcoin got affected. Look at this. We had a nice break at 121, 105 right here. Nice break. Yesterday, I mentioned that 123, 195 was a possibility that we could come back down. And look at this. Boom, it happened. We could have gone through, but this is what the market has decided to do. So we are caving down a little bit. We are still above the 21-day moving average. We still have the MI. We still have our positive reversal indicator. So things are not too bad, but we definitely see the move down today. Ethereum, the same thing. So Ethereum has an all-time high at 48.57. So we are getting closer to that number. We did not quite reach it. Yesterday we stopped at 47.86, and today we could not break higher. We are closing a little bit lower. Ethereum is looking better pattern-wise. We have stochastic over 60 and we have all of our technical indicators. And yeah, to tell you the truth, we are a little bit far from the moving average. A stock tends to move away from the moving average, comes back to it. So maybe we are due for a coming back to it. It could have happened a bit later, but now it seems like it wants to happen today. Also, the RSI indicator was showing us an overbought zone when we were in July, and now we have a divergence. The tops of the RSI are declining, whereas on Ethereum, exactly the opposite happened. So when there's a divergence like this, RSI tends to win. We should be seeing a little bit of a cool down in Ethereum for a little bit of a while. What exactly has caused the kerfuffle that we saw during the day? It got better towards the end of the day, but what started the day is right here, the US PPI month over month. This is the US producer prices, so people are looking for inflation. Are we going to see inflation or not? The less inflation we are going to see, the more likely Jerome Powell will finally lower the Fed rates. Looking from those lenses, the US producer prices rose by 0.9% month over month. So last month was 0.9% lower, this month 0.9% higher. So it's 1% in a month. So that's important. Last month we had a PPI of 0. In May it was 0.4. And we even had it negative in March and April. So last month was July. So 0.9. And what was the forecast? It was at 0.2. So 0.9, 0.2. So this is 4 times higher. So this sent a shiver. And if we take a look at the bonds a little bit, the 20-year bonds and the 10-year bonds are also climbing a little bit higher. There's a little bit uncertainty, a little bit less confidence in the stock market because of what happened today. We are going to see tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day and things were recovering during the day. If we take a look at SPX right here, if we take a look at SPX, we tried to break above 64.68. We tried and we succeeded a little bit more towards the end of the day. So we are seeing higher lows. These are the lows. So we are seeing higher lows. This is looking a little bit better after the gap down that we had at the open, and we thought that we were going scot-free, but no, it came back down. And it's not until noonish that we started to come back up and do a higher low. at 2:30. So things are picking back up a little bit. So there's some chance that tomorrow things are continuing a little bit higher. So maybe this PPI number just got digested within a day. And we took some profits on some of our stocks. This is the kind of discussion that we are having during the day on Discord. You can join. This weakening in the market has caused some weakening of patterns in some stocks that we are following. Not all of them were affected the same way, but some stocks that broke some significant support, we took profit, and others we are still in them. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.